everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree. I feel like it's been a minute since I put up a video. I did try to film one recently. I was doing a makeup I'm dying to try video, like new drugstore makeup I've been seeing like come out in Ulta and stuff. But I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little sick and I was trying to film the video but I couldn't stop coughing. My voice sounded so awful. I had to keep stopping to blow my nose. It was a whole thing, so I did not even bother editing that video. But I'm feeling better today, enough to film a video anyway. And I want to do a little holiday makeup look. I mean, what is even holiday makeup? I don't know. But I did a makeup look the other day that I thought looked kind of like holiday, but it also looked a little New Year's. I don't know. I'm just gonna put some makeup on and we're gonna call it holiday makeup, okay? So I'm gonna use the Stone Cold Fox palette from ColourPop. This is a palette I picked out to shop my stash for December, and I've been using it every single day and I love it. I was kind of worried that this palette was gonna be like a one-trick pony because like at a glance, it looks like there's a lot of overlapping shades and like every look's gonna look the same. But this palette has a lot of range for how like one note it looks, at least to me it did. There's a lot of range in this palette and I've been having so much fun picking out different colors, and I don't know, it's just been a lot of fun. But I did a little thing yesterday using this dark gray one here called Rumor Mill, and then that silver shimmer there called Magnetic Moon with a little black in the outer corner, and it looked so nice. I loved how shimmery that silver one was, so that's what I'm going to recreate today. First, I need to put primer on, of course using Morphe. This one's getting really thin. I might have to repurchase soon. Usually one of these tubes lasts about a year, at least that's been my experience. I went to a Target this morning and I didn't realize I had a Target near me that had the Ulta in it. I've never seen one before, but it's at the Target I never go to. Just because it's on the whole other side of town, and I don't know, it's just not the Target I go to first, but I went this morning because they had something in stock that I wanted to get as a Christmas gift. And they had the Ulta there. And it wasn't like that cool. It was like super junky. Tons of stuff was out. I'm guessing stolen. Who knows? It just looked super messy. Like the testers where they were supposed to be were gone. And then like they were all like mushed and messed up. Like it looked like Walmart. It looked so bad. I don't know if you guys have been to Walmart and seen their nail polish section. People like paint the nail polish all over the display. It looks crazy. It looked bad. So I was like, this does not look like the Ulta experience I was expecting. It just looked like, it looked really bad, to be honest. Anyway, I am just gonna go straight in with that shade Rumor Mill. No like shades to help it blend or anything, because this color works really, really well. This is a color I was afraid of because I thought, I don't know, I just thought it was gonna be like patchy, a little too dark. I don't know, I just thought it was gonna be a little difficult to blend. But it turned out to work so well. And I actually haven't had any issues with any of these shades blending or anything. It's been a pleasure to use this palette. And I'm using a Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease Brush. I actually got this in an advent calendar as well. I got the Morphe thing, the Morphe primer and this brush in an advent calendar a couple of years ago, or probably even a few years ago at this point, and I love them. These are like two of the only things I remember in that calendar that I still use. And most of the time when I'm using this palette, the looks come together so quickly. This palette has so many combinations. Pretty much every matte goes with every shimmer, like you can't really mess it up. They did such a good job with this palette. So far there are only a couple of shades that didn't really work for me, just because they were a little too light, and then one of the shimmers was like really bad. But this is a nice palette, I'm loving it. So I'm gonna go with the black one there called Rock Bottom, just a little dip, and then a little bit of the gray, just to kind of, I don't know, that's just what I've been doing. Maybe to kind of offset the black a little bit. I don't know. Just making things up at this point. This is a Morphe M514. This is one of my favorite Morphe brushes. Because it's so small, it gets in this little part of my eye perfectly. because I have like a hooded lid, and then I have like a deep set socket, and then all this lid skin, you know. And this brush just gets in that little spot perfectly without making too big of a mess. A little bit more of the gray. I brought a clip in here, I thought, to clip my hair back, and I have no idea where it went. It's fine. Does that look even? I don't know. I put it on like this, and then once I relax my eyes, I'm like, where did all the eyeshadow go? You know what I mean? Okay, let's do the shimmer, and then we will assess. Where is it? I can't see. This one right here. This color is so pretty. I was expecting it to be, I mean, look at that. Look at it. Oh, it's so pretty. I was expecting it to be like a flaky glitter for some reason, but oh man, it is anything but. And this looks shimmery and glimmery in any lighting. That's one thing that drives me nuts about glitter eyeshadow sometimes, or not glitter, like shimmer eyeshadows, is sometimes they look so dull. They look so dull in certain lighting. Like they only look really good when you put them on in the mirror in the morning, like you have a light in front of you or you have the window, and they look nice and glimmery, and then when you get to work you're like, where's my eyeshadow? It looks so dull, you know? I'm just going back in with a little bit of the black mixed with the gray, just to kind of blend that shimmer around a little bit, make it look a little less like I just put it on with my finger, you know? Okay, there is a little fallout, not too much, believe it or not, but I'm gonna wash my fingers off real quick with some micellar water. I am loving this number 7 micellar water so much. It works really good, it's really gentle, but I love the pump. It's just a nice little convenience to not have a little cap to open or something to unscrew. Just grab it, pump it, like there's no lid at all to it. Really, really love it. So I'm gonna get a little bit more here to wipe off my under eyes. Not too much, considering how shimmery that shimmer is. I'm just gonna go over the lashes a little bit because I saw some of that shimmer on the lashes. So primer, I'm gonna do the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. Like, look at this, look how low it is. I use this all the freaking time. I think it's so good. I did buy another one. And from what I can tell, they only sell this at Target in store. I haven't seen it anywhere else, and I feel like it's exclusive to Target maybe, but that's where I got it, and I did get another one today. Okay, so for foundation, I haven't been putting foundation on the last few days. I've just been wearing this concealer because I've been sick and I've been blowing my nose. Like, where is it all coming from? I don't know. I can't believe how much I've been blowing my nose. So I've been wearing just concealer because I'm blowing my nose so much. I'm just wiping all this makeup off anyway. And I didn't want to wear something that would be so obvious that it was wiped off, you know? So I was just doing concealer, and then I ended up really liking the way the look looked, because it still looked like my skin, didn't look too heavy, and I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. So this is the Kulfi Main Match Concealer in the shade Ice Ice Berry, of course. I am just gonna put this on my forehead, my little vein there, and then just kind of dot it around my face as if I was putting on some foundation. And of course a little under the eyes. And in my last, I'm pretty sure it was my last video, I laughed so hard at this little sponge that came out of my advent calendar because I thought it was so dumb. But you know what? I've been using it every single day and I love it. I love it so much for under the eyes. This is the, I think it's called the Micro Mini Beauty Blender. This is wet and it works so good for spreading the concealer around under the eyes. I actually was shocked. I thought this was going to be too small to be useful, but I look forward to using it every day. So just going to blend this around. And I love this pointed edge here, gets right in this part of your eye without covering up a lot of the eyeshadow because it's so small. You can be so precise. Because I had been using, I can't find it now, the Real Techniques like little brush thing. I've been using a brush and it gets kind of messy, and then I've been using the big sponge, I've been using my fingers, and I always end up covering up a lot of the eyeshadow here. But with this little baby, never happens. And then just gonna use the other Beauty Blender sponge I have to blend everything out. And I love this concealer so much. It gives just the right amount of coverage so everything's evened out, but it doesn't look super flat. You know, sometimes when you put on something that has a lot of coverage, you kind of have to put all the steps on again because your face just looks so one-dimensional. Okay, little powder. I've been loving the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder in the shade Translucent Light. I just picked this out because I shot my stash for it and I've been enjoying it. So I'm just gonna dump a little into the lid. Yesterday I did this same makeup without setting any powder because I used a cream blush. Actually, I think I might use the cream blush again today. I just liked the way that it looked. But the cream blush works well on top of powder. So I'm just gonna powder a little bit. Gonna go back with that brush just a little here. Because even though I just said this doesn't cover up a lot of the eyeshadow, it still gets a little bit, you know? Okay, bronzer. Gonna use the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer and my favorite Wet n Wild brush. I already forgot what it was. Is this the blush brush or the powder brush? One of you guys told me in a comment. I already forgot. Because I still haven't gone to do the research myself about the brushes. Little on the nose. Perfect. And then highlighter. I have been absolutely loving the Check My Glow multi-dimensional illuminating highlighter. This is the shade Platinum Cowgirl from Give. It's so pretty. I know it looks similar to the pattern of those old Physicians Formula highlighters, but it's not the same at all. This one is more of just like a glowy powder. Like, it doesn't look like highlighter on your face, and I kind of wanted something a little more subtle because the eyes are kind of smoky-ish and the blush is going to be kind of bright. This highlighter, like, you could literally dust your thing in here like this and no powder is going to come off, and you can't really overdo it. And then no matter how close you get to my skin, you will not see this powder on my skin. It's so good. I don't want to say that it's subtle because obviously it added like this side kind of looks a little glowy there just because of my, you know, light bouncing off your skin and whatever. But this just adds like a nice glow from within kind of look, and I really, really love it. I never thought I would like something so subtle. I usually like to see the highlighter on my face. But this, I've been really, really enjoying it quite a bit. So pretty. And it doesn't really have any color to it. Like, what color is this? No idea. But I'm sure if I swatched it, it would look maybe champagne or something, but love it so much. And then the blush, let's use the same one I did from yesterday. This is the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek stick in the shade Work. I got this in the Sephora Advent Calendar. And I've had this many times over the years, or ever since Milk started doing makeup and did this thing, because they put this same shade in everything, in gift sets, free samples, Sephora Favorites things, the Advent Calendar. But it's a good shade, and I think it would work for a lot of different people. So I just get it and I paint it on top of the brush. This is the Real Techniques stippling brush. And then, hold on. Is this supposed to have a smell? It smells weird. Like, it smells, I couldn't smell this yesterday. My sense of smell has been jacked up for this past week. So for me to even smell this is kind of weird. I'm like, wait, is that me just smelling that it smells weird, or does it actually smell weird? I don't know. Anyway, it's very pretty. Look how pretty it is. I really liked the way that this kind of like red pink blush looked with the like gray smoky eye. I just really, really liked it. And I've never really been one for that in from the cold kind of pink cheek look, but I feel like this looks like that and I really like it. And it goes on top of that powder I put on very, very, very nicely. I've never worn this another way. I've never like drawn it on or anything. I think it goes on great with the stippling brush. Eyebrows. I've been trying to do a skinnier brow lately because I've noticed, you know, have you ever seen that meme of a girl trying to do her eyeliner, like a wing liner, before you know it, it's like all the way out here and she has these two crazy things, trying to make it even on both sides? I feel like that's what I tend to do with my brows, and I go so big with them and I feel myself drying up here on my forehead skin. So I've been trying to take my time with them and do them a little skinnier. I don't know, I've just been liking that look a little bit. And then of course the IT Cosmetics powder. I wish they sold this separately, this brow powder right here. It's the Brow Power powder in the shade Universal Taupe. Unless I'm crazy, I can't find it. Like unless I'm searching it wrong on their website, but I don't find it on their website and I don't find it on QVC. I've only ever found it in this kind of a thing. Like the last one I had was from a palette too. I don't know. If you know where to find it, let me know, because I love this brow powder and I would love to be able to use it without having to open this whole thing every day. You know what I mean? Okay, brow gel, NYX the Brow Glue. I feel like I need to repurchase this. Lately I feel like I have to squeeze like all of the glue up into the top of the tube and then dip it in like this. I feel like it's running out, and I feel like the efficacy isn't what it used to be. Dang, did you hear that rhyme I just made? Anyway, it doesn't hold as well as when it's brand new. So I think I might want to get a new one. Throw it on the list. Alright, we're going to let these dry for a minute before I put more powder on to even them out. I need something on my lips though. What the heck do I even have? Let's do some of this Vaseline. I feel like I've talked about this in a different video where I don't even really like this, but it always comes in handy in a pinch. Like now. It's the little creme brulee Vaseline lip thing. Okay, let's throw on some setting spray. I've been using this one, but I don't even know if it is the Urban Decay All Nighter spray, because I feel like I reuse stuff like this all the time for other sprays, so I don't even know if that's truly what's in here. And I don't know this spray well enough to know that that's what it is, or if that's the scent that this is, but whatever's in here, I love it. I love it. Okay, let's spray it. I love the way that this makes my makeup look so much. I don't know, it kind of adds like a radiance to it, not like a highlighter look or anything, but it makes it just look like wet. It makes it look like freshly applied makeup. I kind of want to test this against the Gucci one because I love the Gucci spray for refreshing your makeup throughout the day. It's so good for that. But I really like this too. I kind of want to try it out. Like, look at my skin now. It looks just so radiant and glowy, but it doesn't look glossy. Like, it doesn't look oily. It just makes it look so pretty. I really like this a lot. Whatever's in here, I would like to think it's Urban Decay All Nighter though. Like, I can see already, like, the front part is falling, but I do have another brow gel I've been using for that. A little more powder without going crazy. Trying to keep them on the thinner, more, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Thinner, more, I can't think of the word I was trying to think of. This is the Soap & Glory Archery Brow Lamination Wax. I don't find this to be very waxy, but I mostly just use it right here on the front part because it tends to fall a little bit with this NYX one, just because I think it's kind of losing its luster a little bit. Okay, let's finish up the eyes. I'm going to take the Morphe M431. I love this little brush. And this shade right here called So Fine. For some reason I thought it was called So Fire. Let me swatch it. I've been using this literally every single day. It's so pretty right on the inner corner. It reminds me a lot of another shade that was in, what the heck was that name of that palette that ColourPop did? I still have it. I remember it was a big old deal because it was like a cool toned palette, but it was like a half warm, half cool tone palette. I can't remember the name of it, but they had a really good shade in there for inner corner highlight stuff like this. And I used it all the time for that. And this one kind of reminds me, just a nice little pop. And then I'm going to take the shade You Rock right here. It's like a light gray, just lightly on the lower lash line, just to add a little something. Nothing too stark though, just a little bit. I feel like I went too low on this one. Have you guys seen people doing their makeup and they like draw a line right here, like with a liner, like in the crease of their eye? I like the way it looks on them, but I don't have the bravery to try that. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I can't get on board with it for me. Okay, just a little shadow on the lower lash line. And I was gonna do liner, but I kind of like the way it looks without it today. So let's do some mascara. Where is it? So mascara, I'm using the Maybelline The Falsies Surreal. I can't put this down. I think it's so good. But I think now that my lashes are longer because of that Grande Cosmetics mascara, or I swear that is what grew my lashes. Speaking of that, I bought that Sephora advent calendar and I was so excited to open the day that had the Grande Cosmetics mascara in it, because I just assumed that that's what that gold tube was, and it wasn't. It was the Grande Cosmetics Lash Growth Serum, which is still cool, I guess, but I'm not brave enough to put something like that on my lash line. I just feel kind of weird, like it would seep into my eye or something. So stuff like that I tend to put on my brows, but I put it on so irregularly that I don't think it really does anything or has a chance to do anything. But I love the bristles on this brush. I don't know what it is about them or the way they're configured. They feel like they're natural bristles, but they comb through your lashes so nicely. Like you could feel the bristles going through your lashes like a fine-tooth comb. So it's really good at separating them. Mascara is on. I just love this one. I love how fanned out it makes the lashes. I think I might want a little more blush. I'm gonna pull a little Emily Noel here. She always puts more blush on. I just want it to look a little more like winter, like bitten by the cold on the cheeks. And I normally am not a huge fan of that look, but I love it with this eyeshadow. I don't know what it is. A little on the nose. All right, that is it. Oh yeah, a little more, a little more. Love it. It still smells weird though. Let me know if you have one of these. Is this just mine or does it actually smell weird? It smells like a rose art crayon or something. But that is it. That is my little holiday. It looks more like New Year's Eve kind of look, I think, just with the smoky eye and that super silver shimmer. But I love it. I love this palette as well. But that is it. That is my holiday makeup. A little light base, a little dramatic eye. A lot of blush never hurt nobody. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know, do you guys do actual holiday makeup? Do you have a certain look in mind? I feel like a lot of the time it's centered around the lips. Like it's usually not bare, but like toned down makeup and then red lips. I'm not a lipstick person, obviously, but this is my take on a little holiday makeup. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.